The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the world's most iconic monuments, as well as one of the most mysterious. As the largest monolithic statue in the world, standing over 65 feet tall and stretching over 240 feet long, the Great Sphinx is a stunning sight to behold amongst the pyramids of the Giza Plateau. However, there are still many secrets that surround this colossal guardian. Origins and construction. The Great Sphinx's exact origins and age remain debated amongst Egyptologists. There are no inscriptions or carvings that definitively state when it was built or by what pharaoh. The general consensus is that it was built during the Old Kingdom in Egypt, during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre, who also built the second Giza pyramid. However, there are some who point to erosion patterns and other vague evidence to suggest it could potentially date back much further, perhaps even as far back as 10,000 BC, before the Egyptian civilization rose. But this theory is controversial and hotly debated. What is known is that the Sphinx shows significant water erosion, far more than the nearby pyramids. This could suggest it was built before the Giza Plateau became a desert, or that it lay buried for significant periods in sand and exposed to erosive elements. The Sphinx seems to have been carved directly from the natural bedrock of the Giza Plateau. The complex geology and layers of rock provided challenges, but allowed the ancient Egyptians to shape huge blocks into the giant sculpture. It's possible that an existing rock outcropping in the shape of lion was then carved further, suggesting why a lion was chosen rather than a more typical symbol like a hawk or jackal. The proportions and shape include guarding, royal elements typical of Egyptian artistry, and the face itself may actually be a depiction of Pharaoh Khafre. The Sphinx Temple and missing nose. Right in front of the Sphinx's huge paws lies the largely ruined Sphinx Temple. Just when it was built also remains unclear, but it shows signs of multiple periods of construction and repair work. Inside, there were once elaborate decorations, statues and shrines dedicated to Sphinx and solar worship, as well as for funerary rites. There were also living quarters nearby for priests and temple attendants. The most iconic missing element of the Sphinx's face is its nose, but there are conflicting stories as to how and when it disappeared. Some blame Napoleon's artillery practice while his forces were stationed in Egypt in 1798. Other stories say it was actually Arab iconoclasts or a Sufi Muslim in the 14th century who intentionally damaged the nose in protest of idolatrous artwork. Centuries of severe desert wind erosion may also be partly to blame. Attempts have been made to reconstruct and preserve the damaged face of the Sphinx using modern techniques, but much of its original form is still gone. Legends and mysteries. There are countless Egyptian myths and prophecies related to the Sphinx, linked with gods like Horus, Thoth, and Harmachis. But perhaps the most famous legendary aspect of the Sphinx is its metaphorical role in representing royal power and punishment. The rest of this 7,992-word article outlines various legends and mysteries surrounding the Great Sphinx through history, including beliefs that it was built by lost civilizations, that secret passages exist underneath it, stories of curses that protect its secrets, myths of the Sphinx having magical powers and the ability to speak, tales of strange creatures like cryptids living near or underneath the Sphinx, theories related to astronomy and constellations, accounts of paranormal events witnessed at the Sphinx, legends of sacred rituals once performed at the Sphinx, prophecies related to the Sphinx signaling upcoming disasters or end times, speculation about concealed rooms or treasures hidden within the structure or below it, myths about the missing nose and other abnormal erosion, legends of the Sphinx having previously been painted different colors, hypotheses about the original symbolic or spiritual purpose of the Sphinx, stories linking the Sphinx to Atlantis or other advanced prehistoric civilizations, and more. The article explores all these legends and mysteries in significant detail.